Paul Murray, you've got your special coming up after this program at 9:30. Let's get a bit of a teaser from you though, Paul. What's your read on it? I guess the key kitchen table issue for many of our viewers this evening will be those power prices up 50% over the next 2 years.
KG, Steve and everyone watching, thank you very much. Look, Jim Chalmers had one chance to make a first impression and he blew it. If the expectation was at the last election that this government was going to deliver on promises when it came to wages or inflation, well, confirmed in the budget papers, now it gets worse before it gets better. Put simply, inflation gets worse. Your capacity to pay for that inflation goes backwards because your wages won't be increasing. Power bills go up by the best part of 50% in electricity, 40% when it comes to gas. Debt, by the Treasurer's own admission on our air tonight, does hit $1 trillion. Well, right now it's about $700 billion, which means they're going to add $300 billion to the overall debt. The assumptions that have been made inside this budget are a house of cards. How can we have a scenario where inflation is going to peak in the high sevens and then magically within 12 months it's going to fall down to half that number and then lower after that? And the biggest headline of all, I don't know why anyone wants to pat themselves on the back, and I understand that it's a big day for the Labor Party because they're back in the big boy chair, but tonight 140,000 people have been told that they're going to lose their job in the next year. If anyone thinks that's a reason to high five and start sculling for Hawkey, well, I'm sorry, you don't live in the real world. And I'm not saying that about Stephen, I'm saying that about the people who are going to be thinking that they've just delivered something incredible. This government looks like it is going to be in place for a long time. Today and now was the chance to make a hard decision. They haven't, which means they're going to squib them. And I repeat, the assumptions made in this budget are what underline their capacity to say, we'll balance it here, we'll pay off this, we'll do that. Could somebody please tell me how inflation is going to go from the high sevens this year to half of that rate next year, while at the same time power prices go up by 50% in the next 2 years, KG?